Good morning, my name is Anita van Vieren and I'm a teacher at UFS Primary School. I'm part of the peer coaching program that was held here in the University of the Free State in 2015 and just share a bit of what we experienced during the year.
Anita van Vieren and Stefan Smith, they were keen to attend this program. The first program or the first session, I went with them, along with them, and I familiarized myself about what it is, and then we came back and we started planning for it.
The first thing that we said, we must look at technology in the classroom setup, but that technology shouldn't only be used for using it, but rather to see what educational purpose does it support. So when we started looking into different technology, we decided as a school that we would implement a teacher computer in the classroom. Each class has its own TV, and some kids have their own tablets and cell phones that we can use and utilize for different purposes.
In 2013, myself and the school management team decided that we need to involve technology in classes, to get the teachers on board, and then together with the HDP of the school, we budget for televisions in the classroom, together with the computers that we already had.
Then furthermore, we have 10 laptops, as well as the teacher can use their own personal tablet or phone. So that was a device setup that we had, and then we had a look at how can we utilize those different devices and to come together for educational purposes. So what was our plan? Basically, we said that the purpose of peer coaching within our school was to establish a sharing culture. With the peer coaching, we really established a sharing culture between all the grades. We said we want to excite the teachers and our colleagues for using technology.
We are a young bunch of teachers who would like to involve technology in the class, use it as an aid for the kids and for teaching in classes. The biggest problem, I think, was time, to get enough time to involve all the teachers and to train them and to get them to buy into the matter.
When I started teaching, I saw different kind of apps that parents actually use teaching their children, and I thought, but why can't I use some of those apps and incorporate it in my classroom? So when I started, it all started with curiosity and trying new things, and everything started just actually with a cell phone and 1 or 2 apps.
I think technology, as we said a couple of times this year, is a tool to help you with your curriculum.
So what was our success plans? We said mainly we will take 2 peer coaches, and then we will have 2 cooperative teachers under each peer coach. But then we had a structural plan. We said that we will take 1 peer coach in the foundation phase, that will be me, and then 1 peer coach in the intermediate phase, that would be Stefan. And then both of us will take 2 collaborative teachers, and then we will make use of different grades. Like I'm the grade 3 teacher, so I should take 1 from the grade 1 teacher and a grade 2 teacher. And the same with Stefan. So then the plan is that the coming year, each of those collaborative teachers will also take 2 new teachers and join into this process of peer coaching.
When we started, we involved 1 teacher per grade, and we had this team of the foundation phase and the senior phase, and they came together every Monday morning, sat and developed a program and discussed the way forward, and then we started involving the teachers with the extra sessions on Friday afternoons.
Then the success plan number 2 was to meet on Monday morning. So I think what's important with peer coaching is that there's really a structure. Even though it's an informal structure, there must be a set time that suits the teachers to really come together and to share what they've learned and what they are experimenting with regarding technology.
We also talked to peer coaches, the 4 of us that was involved in this year's training, to help each other. If we find something interesting, something new, we would share with each other.
The benefits that I find is that you actually have a support system. When something goes down, technology don't always work.
It is difficult if you work together with the foundation phase because what we need is different, but they had cool ideas which I can sort of steal and just work around and then recreate for my classroom.
Just talk about all this stuff and tell each other what did we see over the weekend and what can we try and what didn't work and why doesn't it work for you.
The success plan number 3 was staff development. Now, I think for us as a school, it worked very well. Even though we had the small groups on a Monday, we also made time for the whole school to be exposed to some new technology. And we asked our collaborative teachers also to join in presenting some of these new tools, or hooks as we call them in peer coaching. So when we looked at what we're going to teach and what we're going to explore, there was a list of programs, and there are so many available programs that it is difficult sometimes to choose which one to use and which one not to. So we said the main purpose of using technology in schools is so that it supports the educational purpose of a lesson or a project that you want to do. So we said there are different reasons for using things, such as social networks. We can look at Facebook, we can have WhatsApp, we did some Skyping. Then mind mapping tools, there's Poplet and Padlet that we used. And then we said, but it must also be subject specific, such as Google Maps for geography, and readingteacher.com is a wonderful place where there's books available where language teachers can come and use the resources that's made available. Then Purple Mash was a program that we bought. It's quite a cheap annual license that you buy, and there's different themes that's already preloaded onto the system, and you can use it for different subjects, different grades. That was something that we also explored a bit. And then the normal using tools such as presentation tools. Now, us as teachers are used to using PowerPoint, for instance, but there are so many more different presentations tools such as Kahoot, Sway, and Powtoon, and many more. So we really explored different aspects within the education. Then we had a look, especially in the grade 1s and 2 classes. We said, let's have something that can monitor learner behavior. And Class Dojo was one of the apps that we decided on to explore in this journey. And the teachers are very positive regarding it. Basically, what it does is each child is allocated to an icon like a monster or a little picture. And then the teacher says, you must do something quickly. And then if the child responds quickly, or you want to award the kid, then you click on his icon, and there he gets stars or points. So it's a behavioral adapting program or app that we use to monitor learner successes. And that can also give you a report at the end of the month, and you can show your parents, listen, this is how your kid reacts in class. Whether your homework is done, then you allocate it onto this app. So the child's school experience and behavioral experience in your classroom is monitored. Then we also have a noise tools where it's a very interesting little app that you just place on, you preload it onto your device, your smartphone or so, and then you put it on, and it can display a smiley, it can display a red angry face, and that indicates to the learners whether they are too noisy or not, or average level of noise in your class. And you can even, if you have to quickly go to your colleague, you can put on the app, it's placed on they can view it on the TV, and then they can see that this is, the noise level is monitored, even though you're not in the classroom. So it's a good discipline tool to use. Then classroom tools is an interesting collection of tools that teachers can use. For instance, there's a fruit machine that you place all the kids' names in, and you press click, and it selects the next speaker. For instance, in the oral, it selects a name, and the computer selected who will speak next. So it's little tools to use to make the learning and the normal things in your classroom seem fun.
We work with a new age generation, and they're very keen to come to school and actually see stuff digitally and visually. We want to use all these senses to let them learn. So why not have things moving and sounds coming out? Then it's visual and auditive. It's not only seeing a teacher writing something on the board.
And then you also have communication tools such as WhatsApp groups, email, school websites, intranet and Skype. Then administration tools. Microsoft will mainly be it's still our main programs that we use for class tests and for mark sheets. So training your staff to use Microsoft effectively is also important. Then record keeping and proof of participation. You will see later in this presentation, we will show you some pictures where the kids used their cell phones to take pictures, and that is a way you can send them into the environment in your school, into the schoolyard, and they take pictures, and that is proof of participation. So technology can be used for different things within the school setup, and it doesn't only have to be for the teacher to be presenting class. It is really a device or a diverse tool to use for different things within the education. Our experience with peer coaching. Now here I would like to quickly refer to our planning schedule, and you will see that our team in 2015 was me and 2 teachers in the foundation phase, Stefan there in the middle with 2 of his teachers, but I think the core that kept the whole group together was our principal, Mr. Koemans. And I think that is really important within the peer coaching program, that you have a supportive principal that enjoys new ideas in your school, that can come and you can come to him and he's got an open policy at our school. We can go to him and ask him, listen sir, we would like to explore this or that, and he will really support us in our ventures regarding the ICT.
In 2013, myself and the school management team decided that we need to involve technology in classes, to get the teachers on board. And then together with the HDP of the school, we budget for televisions in the classroom, together with the computers that we already had. And then we started planning, and then at the beginning of 2014, we implemented the program.
Right, fundamental to the success of this program is planning. And I think we really tried to structure something that was manageable for the teachers that we worked with. And we said in the first term we will focus on these applications or then tools. Throughout the year we had to explore Office, as that is our main tools that we use for normal tasks such as test making, etc. There are so many different things that we looked at. We also did some scanned documents. We have only one scanner in our school, and we decided we want to explore some new ways of quickly doing things. So we introduced Scam Scanner, where the teachers load it onto their phones, and when they have a document that they want to put on the TV for the kids to see, or a picture, they just quickly cam scan it. Then our third term, we said let's go and look at different ways of presenting. Let's do the Kahoot. Kahoot is such a fabulous tool for interacting, getting all the learners to participate. Then the fourth term we said, right, it's a short term, so we'll focus on our Office again. So we said within the peer coaching group, we said let's try and do all our tests electronically and get into that routine in a sense, or habit, to really go more to get our content on electronically.
Once you have it, you have it. So I could use the same thing for 3-4 different classes, whereas sometimes you couldn't be able to do it. Now with technology, it's online, it's out there, I can reuse it, the kids could use it at home, so that was beneficial for me.
We said let's make a list of possible hooks for 2016, as these new or these collaborative teachers for this year are becoming the peer coaches for next year. So it is important for them to also gain confidence throughout the year, and also to know what to expect and what to do next year with the 2 collaborative teachers that they will have to mentor in the process. So yes, I think that's very important to come together at the end of the year and say, right, what's next and what's going to happen in the future. So our team in the future, we said our 2016 team, there you will see our main team is still the same people. but we are adding teachers, 2 teachers per collaborative teacher, and just to make the team bigger and more effective in our schools.
So that's how far we are now. Now for next year we're just going to train a next group of teachers so that we can end off in the year after that and involve all the teachers. They all trained them, and I'm sure that the peer coaching program will be settled in our school. Everybody will feel at home, and then probably will use it as a very good aid.
As this group is getting bigger, it is important to know that reflection will be a way of testing or proving that there is growth within the foundation phase and within the intermediate phase. And then we said we're going to have a digital citizenship week. And I think that is also something that we are excited about, that next year during the youth week, we will really go and have a look at how to come to the place where our learners are using technology in a safe manner. Right, and then so our planning will remain the same, similar in some sense. Each month there will be 2 sessions where the 4 peer coaches will come together. So then they will come here to the university and they will get some hooks. And then there will be made a timetable where all these teachers are having time within the school periods to collaborate and to share a bit. So that, yeah, it's really an incentive for teachers to know that the school supports them and that they have the time frame within the hours of the school to work on these ideas and sharing experiences. Coming back to the presentation, you have met our Tjokkie team and you have seen that we focused on the foundation phase and we focused on the intermediate phase. And I think that was a structural good idea and a good planning to make this year, the 2015 peer coaching experience, a success. Right, throughout the journey of 2015 and peer coaching, we as a school decided to come together and experience and explore technology. And you will see here are some of the examples that we did. Our kids are using PowerPoint. We are training them or helping them to explore PowerPoint or different. They can even use different presentation tools. Like you can see there, one of the grade 3 learners are presenting her oral using the PowerPoint and the TV setup. Here you can see the laptops that are being used in the classroom. And yes, we only have 10, so not all the kids can participate at the same time. But it is a way of rotating. You can see the kids at the back are busy with other work and the teacher needs to manage. It's a new way of managing your class. Technology is not just about using the technology. I think technology is a way of thinking about curiosity, and I think our kids need to have time. There must be made time available for kids to explore and to be curious about life. And I think sometimes one of the barriers in the beginning of our experience with peer coaching was some of the teachers were so frightened that that technology will come and overtake everything and the kids will never write again and the kids will only sit with earphones and tablets in our classrooms, and that is not the reality of peer coaching and using ICT in your classroom. It's a way of exploring the learner's curiosity and making space and time for curiosity in your classroom. So no, technology does not come and take over your classroom, but it does make learning fun. As you will see, the next one is where they did Kahoot, where the kids were really so excited. The teacher was teaching a bit of an English lesson, and then she'll ask a normal question and answer method, but through using technology, all the kids participated, all were excited to see what the answers were, all were eager to quickly answer because they know that their answers will have, there will be a scoreboard and they will be ranked accordingly. So the normal things of schooling still goes on as we are used to. It's just done in a bit more in a different way. Right, here you will see that we take pictures as proof of participation and we can share it with our parents through technology. Our parents can see what their child is building, for instance, which wasn't possible previously. So I think using technology really connects parents, connects kids, and connects colleagues. And I think that is the main purpose of using technology, so that the educational experience is beneficial for everyone involved in the system. Right. Here you can also see the Google Maps is used. We had some visitors from Canada and Texas, and they came and showed the kids where they live, and we used the television and the Google Maps, and we zoomed in and zoomed in until we found we could walk in the streets and see where they live and their houses. So it's just to make learning really a good experience and relevant to what we are talking about. Here's just proof that our peer coaches, or the collaborative teachers, all 6 of us, were part of the developmental program within our school, and all had the ability and the opportunity to come and teach our staff. Here you will see our staff is sitting in the grade 1 classroom and learning about new tools and hooks to use in your classroom. All of us are teachers, and I think it's important to be able to share what we've learned and what we are doing in our classrooms.
Well, what we also discovered is that peer coaching is not technology only. It's actually sharing. It's a sharing culture that you need. Everything can be shared.
Looking back at our successes in the last year of peer coaching, we have to acknowledge that technology has been part of our journey since 2011, and we are only now at a stage where we can really come and say, but there's a team of teachers that's working together regarding it. And just to set some people at ease, that this journey is not just a journey that started this year, and it's not just a journey that everyone bought into from the beginning. It's been coming from 2011 that initiatives has been shared regarding the use of ICT in the classrooms, and there's been lots of stumbling blocks regarding it, and resistance in a sense, or reluctance of some teachers to join in. So just to set some of you at ease, that starting the journey can be daunting for some and for most, and it was for us as well, and it normally starts with one person, a person that wants to change something. And I think you need to be the change that you want to see in the world. And I think if you have that motto in life, I do believe that people will buy into your ideas, and people will come and see, but there's truth in change, and there's some value in change. And I think people are reluctant to change in education overall. So when starting a journey with peer coaching, one must realize that we haven't just started now, beginning of 2015, and implemented everything. But I think there's been a structural change within our school through peer coaching, and I think it helped us in a sense to get more people on board with our ideas regarding ICT. And so yes, just to tell you that this is a daunting journey, and it has started for us at Tjokkies already in 2011, where some of us started to explore, and now we are at a place at the end of 2015 to say that there's structure and there's a vision for the future.